Hello, everybody. I'm Roasted Miner. Warden Farms, the hardest mob to kill in all of Minecraft. For the measly reward of a single skull catalyst. I designed a farm for it. This is not a tutorial because I'm not a tutorial person. So, it's just kind of going over the design of it. So, this is the farm right here. Bad design, I know. Well, bad outer design. So, you walk here, you walk in, and you stand on this shrieker. Shriekers will only spawn wardens if they're naturally spawning. So you can't place a shrieker and expect them to spawn. The warden spawns in. There's a skulk sensor here that picks up this note block. So even if it spawns here, it can still get picked up. The warden goes over to the note block and gets pushed into a bubble elevator, which brings him up to build height. Which I'll show you if anyone wants to just because if anyone wants to recreate this farm for like an actual tutorial. If you're gonna make it a tutorial, give me credit, please. Credit me, I'll be fine. You just have a too high area, so the warden can't, when the warden gets out, it can't just immediately hop on top of this, which will ruin it. The warden comes here, gets pushed by the water, down this tube, which brings us back down to here because the warden has a ton of health. Then the warden is killed by this dripstone and is picked up by this hopper minecart, which you get by just pushing a block with a piston onto a hopper minecart. It collects, this hopper will transfer it into this, will transfer it into the chest. For me, the dripstone is at -56, if you're planning on recreating it. It's just a bubble elevator to the top of the world, to the build height, and then followed by a drop onto dripstone. It has to be pointed dripstone, or else it'll actually survive. So, how do we make it? You can figure out how to make it's quite simple. You take a naturally spawning shrieker, you go out 5 in every direction, and then you go up. Make sure there's no 2 block, there's only... So, let's talk about warden spawns. So, a warden can spawn here, but not here. This is because it can spawn here as well. Pretend it's fully enclosed. It could spawn here as well, because it has its hitbox. This is its hitbox. That is its hitbox. So anywhere where its hitbox can be accommodated is where it can spawn. You have to have this wool pathway, or else the Shrieker will be activated, or else it won't really... or else you can get issues and complications with the Warden getting spawned and locking onto you, which it really shouldn't, unless you do something. But you may, depending on if you get to a certain point, you may have to break bedrock, but there's obviously a way to counter that issue. And because not everyone may know how to break bedrock, I will give a quick demonstration. So, for this, we're going to get this area. Our goal is to break bedrock. So, we grab a piston, TNT, any block, trapdoor, lever, and obsidian. Just gonna expand this platform. So we take piston, obsidian, TNT, TNT, block. Spam this or use a auto clicker, and you can break bedrock. That's gonna be it for this video. Yes, an actual upload. But again, if you're going to take this farm and turn it into a tutorial or use it in your world, if you're like, please credit me. Obviously, if you're like a, which I doubt anyone. There's some YouTubers that do a bunch of stupid things. If you're one of those, not stupid, just unnecessary. If you're one of those, just credit me and I'll be fine with it. So, that's it. See you guys. This was a Warden farm. Every farm ever.